What's good, guys? In this video I want to show you how I make Chuckyy sample type beats. I will show you all the process from sample finding to chopping this sample, drums, all this shit. The first, we need to find the sample, and I highly recommend to use the website Samplet.io, but also you can sample from any movies or something like that, like you're watching a movie and like you're listening a soundtrack of this movie and like, damn, I want to sample it. It's not a problem. So, but be careful with the copyright, because if it's a really popular soundtrack and you will land the placement with this beat, the label can just close this track because it will be really expensive to clear this sample. Be careful with this. In my case, I will be using a Samplet.io, so this website just randomly finding you samples on YouTube. Okay, let's do it. The next step, when we finally got the sample, it's YouTube to MP3. So you just type in Google YouTube to MP3, looking for working websites, because sometimes these websites just don't working, and downloading your sample from YouTube. Now we're pulling up this in our FL Studio, cutting the beginning, this empty space like that. We need to find the real 4 bars of sample. Like right now, we're doing a processing of chopping and stretching in the right BPM. Let's do it. And I like this part, so it will be like more melodic type, like, you feel me, for Chuckyy, like that. So it's enough, honestly, it's enough. What we're doing next? Already we got this loop stretch, so we're changing BPM for about like 165, and we're changing pitch, just a random pitch right now. After we will make some process and we will choose which scale we want to use. All what you need for like to work on samples is Melodyne. I highly recommend to copy this plugin because it's really make your process more easier, like of finding a root key, opening Melodyne, our plugin, on the same track where we put our sample. After this, we playing this here, turning on this shit here, and playing our sample. Now we got, like, you see the Melodyne processed our sample, and now we got the like all notes playing. Right now we can cut low frequencies, and after this we can start working on drums. I will be working with my new Cash Walker 2025. I will drop this drum kit before the end of this year. Be ready for this joint. It's really hard, but also I will be using my old drum kits because they hard too. Okay, we need an 808. Really common type shit is just spins, different types of spins, like common spins, you feel me, like classic spins, or like modified spins. After this really popular type shit, it's like detuned 808s, like this joint in my drum kit, or like a classic Luger 808. Let's stick with this. Really type shit of this type of beats is these notes in 808. Like you playing this like that, like it's bouncy. You feel me? Like that. Even more rolls like that. lay down some percussions. Like it's most type shit for sure is this rim. Sound like that, just in the second half of the bar. In every different places, so you don't need to put it here, you can put it here, here, doesn't matter. You can make that, for example, like that, and here, for example, like that. But let's stick like that. And most interesting type shit, it's like pitch it down. The second step is for sure a crash. For example, this one. We can leave one here. And okay, and let's finish open heads. Like, we need a long joint, like maybe like that. Let's set tom. And let's lay down some temps, like this one. For example, like that. Also, let's add a zap. Only here, like at the end of this part. Instead of zap, you can lay down. Let me show you this tone, like also works. Don't forget about soft clipper on master. Okay, now we can finish our beat with snare, and most classic snare is TM808 snare, so you can find it in my drum kit. But also you can choose a different one, but let me show you with this joint. And the same how I showed this in Skrilla tutorial, you don't need to spam in it, and you even can use the snare as a percussion, so you don't need to spam it, you can leave it like that, for example. Let's finish our drums. One tip is like you choosing with control and your mouse all drums here, like all percussions here, and routing it to one track only. After that, you just adding a Valhalla vintage verb or every different reverb you got, so and just make it more vibey. Okay, we'll make a quick panning. Let me show you like a real YouTube type beat arrangement. Intro, 8 bars, nothing, just melody. After that, only 808, 808, same 808 here, it will be unique 808. Snares we can leave only here, so and in the beginning we just adding crash here. Now we can make this crash like that, for example, and like this. Okay. Next step, open heads here can be always here, like let's add this tone here. here, for example, like that. So yes, and unique 8 to 8. Let's finish unique 8 to 8. We can make it more, for example, like shorter without too many different nodes, just like that. So you feel to slow down the vibes, slow down these bounce. And after that, you just doing it like this and like this. So arrangement done. We can lay down some fixes. For example, we can take a gunshot and make from a riser from this one. So like that. And don't forget about bell, just here and with the root nodes like this, and we can lay down this here and like that, like that. Now we got a bell.